next reader will be Brianna Felice.
We're doing a poem by David Neely called Temple of Peace. I make my body a temple of peace, at one with myself and my being. I make my heart a temple of peace, flowing with love for all those who surround me.
I make my mind a temple of peace, acting with calmness and clarity throughout all. I make my eyes a temple of peace, looking with compassion on all I see.
I make my ears a temple of peace, listening with truth to all that I hear. I make my spirit a temple of peace, looking at one with the spirit of the divine.
I make my home a temple of peace, a place of love and warmth. I make my city a temple of peace, a welcoming place to all who search.
I make my nation a temple of peace, acting with compassion for all it affects. I make my world a temple of peace, a home for all and a place of love.
I make my universe a temple of peace, acting with divine accord. I make my reality a temple of peace, peace toward all with compassion filled.
I make myself a temple of peace.
Sorry, the gentleman with Brianna was actually I didn't know that they were performed together, but we have another duo. And they are Laura Martin and Allie Menster.
We chose to do a poem called The Peace of Wildlands by Marnell Perry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, in the great heron feeds.
I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world, and am free.
Our next duo will be excuse me, Josh Pearson and Alex Canning.
We're doing a poem called Son of Real Peace by Walt Whitman. O Son of Real Peace, O hastening light, O free and ecstatic, O what I hear preparing warble for. O the Son of the world will ascend, dazzling and take its height, and you too, O my ideal, will surely ascend. O so amazing and broad, up there resplendent, darting and burning. O vision prophetic, staggered with weight of light, with pouring glories. O lips of my soul, already becoming powerless. O ample and grand presidentials, now the war is over.
New history, new heroes, I project you. Visions of poets, only you really last. Sweep on, oh heights too swift and dizzy yet. Oh purged and luminous, you threaten me more than I can stand. I must not venture, the ground under my feet menaces me. It will not support me, oh future too immense. Oh present I return, while yet I may, to you.
Our next reader is Peter Nichols.
Which one was it? First, I'm going to read a poem by Lou Welch. It's called The Basic Con. Those who can't find anything to live for always invent something to die for. Then they want the rest of us to die for it too. Next is a poem by me, titled Unless You Have Something Better to Do. Life is war. Find your battle. Fight to win. I'm going to read a poem called Pessimistic Poem with an Encouraging Ending by me. Lobotomies and castration are the only things for the youth of this nation to look forward to. With them comes an end to life. prerequisites for peace. Don't believe it, don't grow up, don't take the leap. It isn't necessary. There are plenty of nice things to appreciate in this world. Find them.
Thank you. Our next reader will be Dominique Edgewood.
Alright, this is called On the Night of Tender Validation, and it's by Danica Dinsmore. On the news at 2 a.m., politicians speak of nuclear mass destruction, while Bohemians set the stage for a festival, taking a stand against the separation between life and art. She shakes hands with suddenly new friends, all at once alive, late-night fuel for active young minds. History, her dance partner claims, is a drunk repeating his rant over and over again. On this day of pregnant pause, she decides to be normal, to visit the dentist, to shop for food. She wants no one to be hungry. At the supermarket, after the medication is worn off and the strength of her jaw returned, she faces the store's clerk's register, which reads, "Tender validation." She repeats this 3 times and tells the clerk, "It's what everybody needs." When the infamous Sky appears in his trusty truck to balance the sound before the show, she sits outside with a Moroccan, getting a French lesson. "I play drums," he says, "and Sky too. Not art. No, not art. It's what we do." So when the news radio interferes with a threat, the brink of war, a schoolyard simulation, prayer request, and in the backdrop, Barb Marley parts her lips with stirred up. Everyone sits on the floor, sharing burritos from tender, validated midnight clerks, and just wants to sleep, and just wants to dream of a world where there's no definition for art. It's simply what we turn into.
Woohoo! Poetry! Oh, okay. That was terrible. I'm sorry. Last but not least, we have Amelia Erdem from the Techniques of Poetry class.
Poetry!
Thank you.
Poetry rocks!
Our Lady Peace by Mark Van Doren. How far is it to peace, the piper sighed, the solitary sweating as he paused. Asphalt the noon, the ravens terrified, fled carrion thunder that percussion caused. The envelope of earth was powder loud, the taut wings shivered, driving at the sun. The piper put his pipe away and bowed. Not here, he said, I hunt the love-cool one. The dancer with the clipped hair, where is she? We shook our heads, parting for him to pass. Our Lady was of no such trim degree, and none of us had seen her face, alas. She was the very ridges that we must scale, securing the rough top, and how she smiled was how our strength would issue. No, not to fail was having her, gigantic, undefiled. For homely goddess, big as the world that burned, grandmother and taskmistress frilled in town. We let the stranger go, but when we turned, Our Lady lived, fierce in each other's frown.